As the effects of this experiment are still wearing off, I look back and laugh at the fact that none of us really thought it would work. We all journeyed to the local supermarket to find some of this hypothetical household hallucinogen. The first thing we were struck by was the price. A bottle no taller than an inch was priced lovingly at $3.72, whilst a different bottle about 4 times the size totaled under $2. We promptly pocketed 5 of them and walked out without paying. When we got home we began to stuff the ground stuff into empty pill capsules. After a few of those, we began to realize that at that rate we would still be stuffing the next morning. So, we began the condemning job of spooning raw, ground nutmeg into our mouths in an attempt to prove or disprove the myth that the stuff is psychoactive. The smell was horrible, the taste was rancid, and the texture was putrid. Suppressing the gag reflex, I used glass after glass of water to try and rid my mouth of the taste while also force-feeding myself more. I glanced at the clock, 2 a.m. Ugh. We began to try different ways to make the stuff go down easier. Iced tea, ice cream, whipped cream, water, juice. Nothing seemed to work. We found a glass of V8 that functioned to mask the taste, but that went pretty fast. Spoonful after spoonful we threw into our choking throats until we were on the verge of puking. Around 3:30 in the morning, someone sighed and said something like, "Damn it." Out of exasperation he threw the pen he had been holding across the room. We all sat in dead, dumbfounded silence. Did that seem too fast for anyone else? Somebody asked. After that, my concept of time and distance left me. I have memories, but no sense of how long they took. We did, however, whip out the video camera. I remember falling a lot, and laughing. One of the 3 others began complaining that he was cold and wrapped himself up in a blanket for the remainder of the night, where he lay with a cheerful look on his face. Another of them spent the whole time with the camera giggling as a buddy, and I floundered around the living room with stupid looks on our faces. We ran around in little circles, often falling over. I remember falling down the stairs at least 3 times. We also found enjoyment in spinning the arms of a coat rack. I spent a long time staring at a tapestry of some sort of a llama-type creature and wondering how he got up there on the wall, whilst we were stuck on the ground. An attempt to play a computer game failed. Mainly because I can't remember anything about it, and even if I could, I had practically no coordination at the time. Damn, I thought, this stuff is weird. I saw effects that mirrored that of 3D rendering of mountains coming out of the walls and ceilings. Oddly enough, though, I was able to discern them as false and disregard them in search of something more entertaining. I promptly went back to the Kotrack. Whenever somebody found something that they considered interesting, he would exclaim this to his friends with something along the lines of, "Dude, man, whoa. Yay." This kind of rambling intermingled with insane laughter lasted us until about noon, when we all sort of fell into a hangover-like state. 2 of us threw up, and then we all slowly passed out. I slept until about 7 o'clock the next night, before I awoke hoping that I could pass off my state of being and lateness as being sick. It worked, and I proceeded to go to school, still high off my ass the next morning. The effect of a full bottle of ground, house-brand nutmeg has lasted me for about 2 days straight. I am left now with only hazy memories. This is bad, because I remember taking the big science test, but I don't remember anything about it. Overall, I would rate this drug to be rather bad. The prolonged effects leave you wishing for it to wear off so that you can get back to your life, whilst the mild hangover-like nausea that sweeps over you every 10 hours and lasts for about 2 is all but satisfying. The consumption of the drug itself, however, is the major reason that I would not suggest it to all you cheap thrill-seekers out there. I cringe at the thought of even smelling nutmeg again after the stagnant taste that I had to go through just so that you people could read this and never try it.